Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Gilly, and this is my personal learning network. I'm a fifth grade math teacher for Worthington City Schools. I'm excited about my capstone project. I've always wanted to build a unit for kids to serve as a review for the concept of fraction. This is going to be my third year teaching fifth grade math. 5 years prior to that, I taught seventh and eighth grade math. And I feel like each year kids come into the classroom with anxiety, misconceptions about what fractions are. So, this is really a preview unit or pre unit to the fifth grade learning targets um, that hopefully will help kiddos, understand fraction. The focus of my instruction is going to be on writing in the math content area. I've always wanted to incorporate this more intentionally into my lessons, and so that's what I did the basic of my research on. So the first page here is just an overview of what my learning network is about and kind of the 5 ideas that we need to be pretty strong on, kids need to understand for fractions. So we got equivalency, understanding the number line, how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers and vice versa, and how to find those common denominators with least common multiples. I have my summary and lasting impact and the rationale, of course, in fifth grade, this being such a huge part of our learning. The annotated bibliography I spent quite a bit of time on, and I have to tell you, I learned so much. And I think I have 21 resources. But what I tried to do is for each resource was try to think about how that would impact my classroom. So in addition to doing the abstract and summary of what the resource was, I made a list on notebook paper, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment, of like 21 concrete things I can do. So the first one I have here, it's in alpha order, is a book called Mathematical Mindsets. If you teach math, I highly recommend this book. This is fantastic. I was introduced to it in our summer professional workshop that we had. Our district is also focusing on a balanced literacy program in all content areas. So I was really lucky to come into this. It is fantastic. There's so many great ideas for movement, for cooperative learning, for writing in the classroom. Anyway, right here, Mathematical Mindsets. But if you go through here, I've got lots of great resources. Really excited about the research that I did. And like I said, it's all concrete, easy to do, and to implement into the classroom. So there's my annotated bibliography. Next tab over here is my lesson plan. So I'm anticipating this to be about a 10-day rotation, 10 math rotations. I'd like it to be a little shorter, so if I could compact it this fall, I really want to do this fall. Obviously, 10 days is a lot, but again, it's that weak understanding of fraction. I read a quote in one of my research articles that kids' understanding of fractions in fifth grade is a great predictor of how they will do in 10th grade. There's a correlation between fifth grade understanding of fraction and how they'll perform on the state assessments in 10th grade. It was like some crazy quote. But anyway, so my lesson plan goes through day by day, some days being 2 days, and I've linked in within the lesson plan websites and activities, so I'm integrating technology as well. One of the exciting things I've done, if you teach math, you'll want to do this, is integrating. It's called 3-Act Math. It's a great resource as a hook, and it's something that I was very intentional about in developing this unit. Having a hook, getting kids seated, interested, excited, and on task right at the beginning of class. So I'm starting the unit off with this hook, and it's a 35-second video where it's just showing kids putting pizza in an oven, taking pizza out, and the kids have to kind of question. It has 2 kids at the counter with the pizza, and the students need to question, what did you notice, what did you wonder, and what is the main idea? So again, it's just looking at a short video, thinking about, well, how does math come into play, and then writing about it, which I just love that. So I have it hyperlinked here, and it takes you to, there's lots of writers of 3-Act Math. So Dan Myers is the most, I think he might be the one that started it, but there's lots of teachers that's done it. So Act 1 is watching the video. Like I said, it's 35 seconds. And then Act 2 is asking those questions, which I'm going to have them write in their math journal. And then Act 3 is having them come up with a solution. And then there's actually solution video to watch it. Most of the 3-act math also has an extension. And in these videos, it has like a one step further, like what's going to happen to the pizza if 3 people come to it? How many fractions can you make? What are equivalent fractions? So getting kids to think about the math and the concept without explicit teaching, which I'm super excited about. So it's kind of my hook. And then we got some, formative assessment. So just going through here, I have, again, a hook each day, trying to integrate writing and technology, reading, being more intentional about reading picture books. So this is a great book. And then I like this idea. Getting out their journals. Students reflect thinking for 1 minute, writing for 3 minutes, and talking for 1 minute about what they wrote. I think that's a great way to integrate writing in the math classroom. And then I found this really cute Fraction Sunday activity, getting them to build their own Sunday. And then again, it's that writing piece about understanding what did you just do. And so here I hyperlinked a Google form for kids instead of homework as an exit ticket, or possibly as homework that evening if we don't have time, for them to fill out and send to me. I have used Google Forms in the past. I highly recommend it. Such an easy way to get informative assessment. It's quick, and the kids are motivated. They like getting on the Chromebooks and doing this. So here's my exit ticket describing their sundae in fractions. How many scoops does your sundae have in all? How many scoops of each flavor does your sundae have? And name the numerators and denominators. So having them identify the parts. And then I want them to list their fractions of their sundae in equivalent fractions. So that'll be a quick way of measuring if they understand what's going on. But if you go through here again, I've got smartboard links. I've got games as hooks. They often like to come up to the smartboard. We create teams. They're motivated by that. PBS Kids, I found through my research, great activities, lesson plans. I know I've used it in the beginning of my career, but it's just one of those things I've forgotten about, and I've linked some of those in there. Trying to find something else that I was excited to share with you guys. I have some Moby Max connections here for Chromebook practice. It's independent. I don't know if your districts pay for it, but ours does. And 1 year I even paid for it myself. It was $100 to have just for my classroom when the district didn't give us money. But it's so great because the kids take a pretest. It levels them on their understanding of the content knowledge. And then it assigns them lessons to help them get to the next level. And I can even assign like a 4th grade standard. So this fraction review would be something they can work on independently. Okay, so here another reflection versus a Google Doc. So this is more of a homework, and this is something that came up in my learning through my district professional development series. Instead of giving math homework, give them a reflection of their homework. So let me open that up for you here.